Welcome back to the channel, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every single one of you. How is your day going, guys? I hope you're having a decent day. Second video of the day, and as always, guys, lots of interesting updates coming up from the camp of Nigerian Spikes. And earlier video, we talked about Nigerian Spikes players already arriving the camp in Marrakesh, Morocco for that friendly against Ghana and Mali. And right now, there are a few more updates, and one of them is the fact that Coach Finidi George has now been appointed by NFF to oversee those friendlies as the head coach of Nigerian Spikes. So for that one, expect Finidi George to be in the dugout, as the coach for that match. And of course, today he had a briefing or a meeting, sort of meeting with members of the coaching units who were also appointed by the technical committee, to be assisting Finidi for these two friendlies. And of course, everything is set. Like I mentioned in the last video, the training is going to start today, 4:30 p.m. Sorry, and of course, more players are still coming into the camp as we speak. But away from that update, guys, let me let you know that there are more injury worries for the Nigerian Spikes, as right now one of our defenders, in the person of Tyrone Eboyi, has now also reported to be out of these friendlies due to injury. Eboyi actually played for his club side Empoli on Friday against Bologna, and that was where he actually got that injury. That forced him out. He actually played 23 minutes in that game, but of course, picked up an injury that seems a little bit nasty. And for this reason, he's not going to be available for the Nigerian Super Eagles friendly later this month. And this just adds to the very sad list of injured players that we've had so far. The likes of Victor Osimhen, reportedly been out or almost out right now in contention for that one, and then Taiwo Awoniyi definitely out, and then we have Gabriel Osho, the man that was going to make his debut, ruled out for that one. So that's definitely a sad one for Nigeria. But again, there's going to be replacements for these players who will be out, and you will be sure that very, very quality players are waiting to actually fill in these voids left by the players that have been reported injured. And moving on beyond that one, guys, let me let you know that there is a new person or a new coach that has reportedly been reviewed to have also applied for Nigerian Spikes coaching job. Of course, you know that even though Finidi George is going to oversee the friendlies, NFF is still constantly searching for the replacement for the head coach. And on that note, the man called Domens Torrent, who was actually Guardiola's assistant coach, or former Guardiola's assistant coach for a very long time. Actually, he was Guardiola's assistant in Barcelona and then later in Bayern Munich. And of course, right now the report is that he's also now applied or sent a CV to NFF as a potential candidate to actually take over that Super Eagles role. Domens Torrent is actually someone who, has a lot of technicality, in terms of the way he likes to play, the style that he wants to play. Torrent was also Guardiola's assistant head coach when Guardiola moved to Man City. He actually moved with him to Man City, and in 2016, he stayed with him up to 2016 to 2018 when Man City won the league under Guardiola. And then after that, he left to explore his own adventure as a coach, where he had some time to coach the New York City Football Club, and also he coached Galatasaray at some point, and then Flamengo of Brazil. So he now has expressed his interest to coach the Nigerian Super Eagles as one of the foreign coaches who have now applied. What do you guys think about this? More foreign coaches obviously showing interest for this one. And of course, this one is Guardiola's right-hand man, who obviously knows the tactics and of course the style of play that Guardiola uses to dominate the EPL and the world of football for years. And again, this just goes to show how big Super Eagles of Nigeria is, how big the Nigerian national team is, because it's attracting, some of the best coaches on the planet, to come coach the team. But let me know what you think about this. Dominance Torrents actually applying for this one. Moving on, guys, let me know, the update that concerns Asle Plumcher. She was obviously in blistering form over the weekend as Al Ittihad side ran riots, in a very ridiculous game, actually, because I call it ridiculous because the scoreline was like basketball scoreline. Plunger's club side Al Ittihad actually ran over Al Riyadh with a 13-2 scoreline, and of course Plumcher was one of the goal scorers for that game, and she's now pushed her goals to 8 goals this season. And of course, it just goes to show you how she's been for this Saudi side. She's always been a defender that scores a lot of goals, so we are not surprised about that one. But again, it's something really impressive for a defender to actually get this much goals. But kudos to her, congrats to her for actually, getting on the score sheets and actually firing her Saudi side to this really massive victory. So guys, next is the update concerning Brittany. I obviously talked about her in one of the previous videos, the US-born Nigerian female athlete who's currently representing us in the All-African Games in Ghana. She had served 5 years for the US military. I mentioned that in the last video. Of course, it was her father's wish that she comes to represent Nigeria in the Olympics, in the All-African Games, and hopefully in the Olympics that's going to come later in Paris this year. But of course, why I'm actually bringing her to this update is the fact that yesterday she had some really outstanding performance yesterday to actually qualify to the semi-finals of the 400 meters race, and of course, it's just something to be excited about, and we know that she's a top athlete. We've seen that from the way she actually steps on the track and do her job, and we're very hopeful that she's going to definitely bring something home to Nigeria. Hopefully it's a gold medal that she's going to bring, but let's see how this one pans out. We are definitely keeping tabs on this one, and be sure to report it here on this channel. Those are the update, guys, for this video. As always, appreciation goes out to all of you for tuning in to watch the video. To all the subscribers on the channel, thank you guys so much. Make sure to react to any of the stories that you feel connected to, and if you're watching and not yet subscribed, I urge you to subscribe to the channel, guys, and stay tuned for more updates.